Hey guys, Rachel here. Happy New Year. It's now officially 2019. I know everyone probably has their own specific goals and personal... Hey guys, Rachel here. Happy New Year. It's now officially 2019. I know everyone probably has their own specific goals and personal things that they'd like to get through the year. And I have a few of myself that I actually wanted to share with you guys. A few I might mention, I might beat myself up over it throughout the year. But I figured if I mentioned it and got it out of the way, it might challenge me to actually do it. So I am standing in the middle of my kitchen, yes, because I am currently cleaning and doing another video for you guys. I'm very sorry about the last one. When I was editing it, something went wrong and I had to cut it short because I was doing it that morning and then we had leftover groceries. Then we came home that night and it was already time to make dinner because it was getting dark out. And we don't have the brightest lighting in our living room or upstairs, so I couldn't exactly finish a film for you. And I'm still kind of getting, at the point right now, I'm using iMovie for my editing app. But if you guys have a different idea, please let me know because I do kind of notice that I haven't been able to find a specific app yet. You know, spit it out, Rachel. So I am looking for one right now. Hopefully by 2019 I'll be able to do my own editing and be able to get it all out of the way. So I can grow a little bit more on YouTube and just kind of, because I do have family members who are subscribed to me, who follow us and follow our family and whatnot, and have been asking us a bunch of questions because we don't see them like every day, because some of them live in Florida, Kentucky, and we live in New York. So, and the New York, like the small town New York, not a big city, New York City. It's like really small. We're about 8 hours away from New York City, so we're in the farming country area. But okay, so a few of the goals I do have that I want to reach for this year are financial goals. The first one is I'd really like to pay off my student debt that I had when I went to a business college. I owe $3,800 still. I'm supposed to currently pay like each month $50 a month, but sometimes things happen, life happens. Sometimes you don't have the exact amount to pay them each month. So I've kind of been held off for the past couple of weeks on it. I haven't really paid much attention to what I'm doing, and especially with it being the end of the year, I've kind of flunked around to figure out exactly what I'm doing, when I'm going to buy diapers, which week I'm going to pay my electric bill, which week I'm going to do this, because we do live paycheck to paycheck, which sucks, let me tell you. If you don't live paycheck to paycheck, then, like, you're lucky, and I really want your life. Like, I really do. I mean, minus the fact that I want to live out with me and the man I'm marrying and whatnot, too, also, in my life, if that makes sense. But I do owe $3,800, maybe a little bit more at the moment. When I do get my New York State tax return, I wish to pay at least, like, one loan off, which I do have one loan that's like $1,200. Unless it's gone up from the interest by now. So if it has gone up by the interest, then I might owe like $1,300, $1,400 on the one. Then the other one I'll proceed to pay throughout the year, and then next year, 2020, when I get my tax return, then I'll pay that one off the rest of the way also. So that's that. I also have a Walmart credit card that is, the account is closed, but I have to pay that also each month. I was actually going to pay it off when I got my New York State tax return. I was going to pay that off when I got my tax return, but I was told it kind of looks bad on you if you, like, pay it off all at once instead of being on your credit for, like, a whole year, because I won't be able to finish paying that off until October if I pay monthly. So I figured I might just do that, but that's another goal that I want. I want to be able to pay that off for the entire year and be done with it and not have to worry about it. Because we don't have a car loan now or anything. I do have just an old car. I mean, it's a nice car for being a 95. Only has 63,000 miles on it and whatnot, so it's not bad. It is a little bit rusty in certain spots, but one your car doesn't have rust. Give you a minute to figure that out. Not one, not even the new ones. Most of the new ones have a little bit of rust on them, or eventually gain rust anyway. So you're silly. You're silly. Oh, you're getting out? I think she's getting out. 17 months going on 70. I'll be right back. Okay, now, where were we? Those are the two main goals that I have for my financial. I also, too, it doesn't really have anything depending on it at all, but I'd really like to make sure that I have my bills paid on time every single time that they're due. Even if it's like a couple days sooner, I would absolutely love to do that. Like, that's one thing I am really counting on. Then I don't have to worry about living paycheck to paycheck, because also, too, when we get our New York State taxes back when I get mine personally, because we do single and whatnot. I'm going to put $1,500 in Novelle's account because I will get her tax credit. So I figured that, you know, that'll help in the long run. And then when she's older, by the time I'm done, she'll have like $15,000 if I do it every single year. Excuse me. So that'll be cool. My second goal that I actually have for the year of 2019 is, before I say this, I know that I'm small. I know that I am, or seem to be fit and whatnot, but we are, after we had a loss back in August, we are trying for another baby. We love Novelle to death. Like, I would not do anything to change the fact that she is mine, but a second baby is something that we would love to have, especially, I don't want to have a single child. I have thought about it because I did go through a cesarean, and I went through it pretty well, but I'm scared to have a second one, so we want to try VBAC. But I would really like to get in shape. We've been trying to have a second baby since October, and so far it hasn't happened yet. I still am waiting on a period for the month, but I've taken 2 pregnancy tests yesterday and this morning, and they're negative, so I'm assuming that it didn't happen this cycle. But I really would like to get in shape, get down to the way I want to be, and, you know, even if it's just working out to feel good, working out in general, taking a jog, walking the stroller and the dog at the same time, just to say that I did it, just to say that I feel good in this body, because this is the only body we have. This is the only body that God has ever given us, and if we don't treat it right, then I don't know what would happen. Like, I don't want someday to have something happen where I have cancer, or I have an issue that I can't eat because I have to have a feeding tube because I didn't take care of my body. I don't want to have like a sickness, a disease. I don't want to have anything like that. I just want to be fit. I want to be happy in my own body. I want to look at myself in the mirror and say, hey, you are sexier. I don't know, hey, you're beautiful. Like, I don't find myself ugly. I don't find myself the most beautiful person in the world. I find myself that I am pretty. I enjoy the way I look, I do, but I feel like certain areas, like my tummy, since I had Novelle, could slim down just a little bit because my pre-pregnancy weight was 98 pounds, and I got up to 135 with Novelle. And then when I left the hospital, I had lost 25 pounds right away, like the day after. So that was nice. And right now, I'm up to 108 pounds, which is not bad at all. I am not saying that you have to be this skinny, itty-bitty twig to look nice, because I do like my body the way it is. I just feel like in certain areas, I could be more fit and toned, which is nice because everybody might feel a different way about their body. But also, too, a side fact of this, I am going to start eating healthier for part of my fifth goal. I do want to be able to say, you know, hey, I'm drinking more water, which at the end of the year I did start to drink more water, and it was weird because I went through this drinking water phase 24/7, and then I went to brushing my teeth. No. And then I went through brushing my teeth literally 6 times a day. I don't know what happened there at all. I'm wondering if I had just like this weird 23-year-old crisis, I guess you could say. It was just the weirdest thing I had ever gone through. Now I'm back to brushing my teeth 3 times a day, but 6 times a day was way too much, and I was like, oh man, my teeth. Oh my gosh. My teeth might rot someday. Oh my gosh, I'm getting old. Like, it was a weird phase altogether. Okay, I have to turn down 1 second. Okay, she's running in on her way. Hopefully, she'll calm herself for the rest of the video. But anywho, I'd really like to eat healthier. I would really like to be happier. And this right here, this has got to go. A couple years ago, I went 3 straight years with no soda. Actually, that's a lie. I would drink soda like here and there at like, if we were at family gatherings, it was water. If we were out to eat, it was water. And then every now and again, if I went like to the school for like a banquet for cheerleading or track or something special, I would drink soda. But I have literally, I can drink like 3 of these in an hour, maybe 2 hours, we'll say. And it starts to get bad. When I'm drinking Pepsi, I'm sorry. When I'm drinking water, it goes right through me. Like 1 bottle of water, I'm going to the bathroom like 6 times in an hour. 1 bottle of water. And it's cleaning my system, it's making me feel better. But Pepsi, Mountain Dew, root beer I drink a lot. I know dark soda is bad for you, but root beer is caffeine free, so I feel better about drinking root beer. And I also feel better when Novelle drinks root beer if she does. We did say, well, I said no soda for Novelle at all until she was like 3 or 4 years old, like older, because she got her first tooth when she was 11 months old. And I was like, oh, that's better because then her teeth aren't going to rot out, because she was still exclusively breastfed and we brushed her teeth a lot. But I said no soda, and then McDonald's came along and Happy Meals came with this and came with this, and one day I got her an orange Fanta because she always liked the cups and she would drink out of ours if we got like a large Coke or something. And yeah, kind of a bad sweet tooth. But now she gets these, which I do water down, even though they say that they're water and they have Paw Patrol. She likes Sky and Paw Patrol. They say that they have water in them, but I still water these down anyway. I look at it as if they'll take the extra water in your drink and they won't take it like too sugary, then heck with that, like hallelujah, this is what she's getting because I don't want her to have the extra sugar on her teeth. Like, I'm a very protective and healthy and categorized mama when it comes down to stuff like this. But I just got this at Walmart, actually. We got this one today because she saw Sky and she had to have it because she's little Princess Brat. At least she's not one of those kids that cry when they can't get a toy. She cries and throws a fit when she can't push the cart. That's her issue. So, yeah, that's the kind of what we have to deal with. Another goal that I actually have is to make sure that my family stays together. I don't want anybody being upset, having specific issues, like if we want to talk or we can't speak to one another or we have like a really bad issue where we're upset. I want to be able to calmly talk it out. Ask them, what is wrong? What can I help you with? What can I fix? Is there something personal going on? Please open up to me and I will be there for you. I don't want anything to happen with a spiral that, like for say, Colt and I was at work and I had a bad day and I came home after having a bad day and Colt's having a bad day, so he gets straight at me and I just blow up and start screaming. I don't want to have that, especially growing up in front of Novelle. I don't want Novelle to grow up and think that's the way that a relationship should be at all. I want her to feel like being in a relationship should be like a fairy tale. You both love each other, you both open up to each other, you both help each other. Being in a relationship is not 50-50. Just like being a parent is not 50-50. People may say that, but it's 100-100. Doesn't matter where you go, doesn't matter what you do. Or being in a relationship, being a parent, being with a significant other that you supposedly love, it is 100-100, and that's how I feel. That's how I feel this should go on. Colt and I do have our spats here and there, but this is something I personally would like to work on because I do love him. He is the man I'm going to marry in April, and I don't want to just pretend like everything is okay after the marriage happens and then have a stupid fight over something and say, well, be like another couple, oh, I don't want to be with you anymore because, oh, let's call off the marriage because, no, that's not how it works. That is not how I want to be. So, I don't know how else to explain that. I just want to be that person that communicates and has more compassion and more love in my future, especially for this year. I know this is something that we should have already grown up doing and knowing, but this is something that for some reason, after having Novelle, it got to be hectic. So this is something I would really like to keep forward going on. I really should have made notes, but now that I see I have it and I'm sitting here speaking to my phone as I'm going through telling you guys stuff, it feels like I can really open up, so I guess I don't need notes. Go figure. So I think, did I already say all the goals I had? I think the only other goal that I do have is, like I had said before, that Colt and I lost a baby. I was between 5 weeks pregnant. The only other goal I really have, I feel, is to at least possibly become pregnant by the time Novelle is 2. She'll be 2 in July, but I at least want to be pregnant, even if it's like, oh man, like a week after her birthday, you just found that you're pregnant. Woo! Like, that'll be enough for me. I just want another baby eventually. I did say after I had her that I wanted to wait till she was at least 3 or 4 to have another baby, to even think about another baby. And I did think for a while there that I wasn't going to have another baby. I did not want another one. And then Cole, he kind of talked me into it a little bit, and then I realized, you know, if we can love another child as much as we love each other and as much as we love Novelle and Novelle loves us, then maybe it's something that she should grow up with. Because like I said before, I don't want her to be an only child. I was not an only child. I had 2 brothers who had a different father and the same mom. And then I had 1 sister with same mom and dad. And then I found out later that I had another sister. When I was 16, I found out about her. She's a year and a half older than I am. But she had a different mom. And my dad had just found out about her too. So, I mean, I grew up with a basis of family. Maybe now we're not as close because I have moved on a little bit with my life. And my sister and I don't talk anymore due to her boyfriend doesn't like me. So she's kind of moved on. My other brother, my oldest brother, we don't talk really at all. We never really did growing up because he was never around. He had moved. He's in his late 30s and I'm only in my early 20s, so I was a baby at home. And then my youngest brother, I don't really speak too much to them because they do smoke in their home. And I don't want my daughter near it. And when I was pregnant, they smoked around me in the home. And even now, I can't be around cigarettes. I'm not sure if I formed like a sensitivity to it, but my eyes burn. And I start to have this panic, like chest pounding. And I start to breathe a little heavier when I'm actually around it, like in an in-caved area. Colt does smoke cigarettes, but he doesn't smoke them near us or anything. I know still third-hand smoke, second-hand smoke if he's wearing it on his body. But he's not allowed to touch him about if he has the same shirt on or anything like that, so that's a plus. But I kind of lost track of what I was actually talking about beforehand. But, yeah, I think those are all my goals, besides being a really good mommy to Novell, and hopefully finding out later that we do have another baby on the way. And I just hope to make everyone around me happy and feel bubbly and be happy with those who may not have as much as I do and may feel less fortunate. Because to me, I do sometimes to my friends feel a little less fortunate than what they are. Just because they might have more, they might have a better job, they might have more money, they might have something else. But the way I'm looking at it is I have my own car, Colt has a truck, we have our own apartment, or townhouse, whatever you might call it. We have a beautiful little girl, and we have life. That's all you can hope for in the world that we live in. Like, I mean, it may be chaos out there, but here it's a big ball of love. So, but anyway, those are my 2019 goals. And if you guys have any goals that you guys want to comment down below, go ahead. And if you guys have goals that you're right now kind of unsure of, just remember that you can do it, whether you set your mind to it, or you speak to someone else. Do not let anybody else tell you differently. You guys can do it. No matter what happens, just put your mind and your best foot forward. And by the end of the year, who knows, you may be owning a brand new car. You may be owning your first house. You might be having your first child. You never know. And the best way to figure out how everything's going to go is to be positive. Even when your child's sitting at your feet crying because they want mommy to hold them. But then they don't really want anything else at the end. But yeah, just remember to keep your best foot forward and be happy about everything that happens in the future because it happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Whether you believe or not, God is there, or your mother is there, your father is there. Heaven, God, sin, anything. Like, you will figure it out in the end. But this has been an awesome video, and this has been Rachel and Novell. You want to say bye-byes? You going to say bye-byes? She's watching Hannah Montana, the movie. She likes Hannah Montana. She likes the boom, boom, clap, boom, de-clap, de-clap, boom, boom, clap. Okay, well, this has been an awesome video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this, because this is the first time I've actually come right out and spoken to the camera, like, as if I was venting out my feelings. But these are real things that I really, truly feel like I could work on throughout the year, and I hope I achieve my goals. And along the year, I will let you guys know how I do on it. But I really, truly, these are the main goals that I do have. But like everyone else says, new year, new me. This is not a new year, new me. This is a new year, but it's the same me, just trying to progress with any other goals and finances and everything that I've had in the past. So that's one thing. But I'm going to let you guys go because it looks like she wants to nurse. So it was nice chatting. See you guys later. Bye.